Let me ask you one question. This company has been around for 44 years. It makes software that every designer, filmmaker, and photographer on the planet uses. Photoshop, Premiere, Acrobat. You have heard of all of them. But right now, this company faces the biggest threat in its entire history, and the market is asking one question. Is Adobe the next Kodak or the next Microsoft?
What happened to Kodak?
Kodak invented the digital camera in 1975. Then they buried it because they were afraid of killing their film business, and digital photography killed them instead. Adobe could be doing the same thing with AI. Or it could be the next Microsoft, a company everyone thought was finished in 2015. That came back stronger than ever. Today I will show you exactly which side of this argument we are on, and why we are not buying Adobe stock. Adobe was founded in 1982, before you were born, before I was even thinking about investments. Two engineers left Xerox and started a company in a garage in California. Their first product was PostScript, a language that told printers what to put on paper. That single invention started the desktop publishing revolution. Today Adobe makes money in three ways: Creative Cloud, Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, subscriptions for designers and creators, Document Cloud, Acrobat PDF software for businesses, and Experience Cloud, marketing tools for large corporations. Every month, same amount, predictable revenue. This is what we call a subscription business model.
Is that a good business model?
It is one of the best business models ever invented. Instead of selling you software once and hoping you buy the next version, they charge you every month, forever. Adobe has over 35 million paid subscribers. That is over $26 billion in annual revenue, and they have been growing at 10 to 12% per year. Here is what makes Adobe interesting and confusing at the same time. The business is actually very strong. Revenue growing, margins among the best in the world, cash generation excellent. But 5 years ago, the stock traded at 60 times earnings. Today it trades at 14 times earnings. Same company, same products. Lower price multiple. Why?
What does that mean? 14 times earnings?
If Adobe earns $1 per share and you pay $14 for the stock, that is a PE of 14. 5 years ago, investors paid $60 for that same $1 of earnings. They believed Adobe would grow much faster. Today, the market is saying, we no longer believe in that fast growth story. And that is the most important question for any investor looking at this company. Now, here is the real problem. The creative software industry is experiencing what analysts call the SaaSpocalypse, when AI can generate a professional-looking image in 10 seconds for almost free. What happens to a company that charges $55 per month just for Photoshop?
People stop paying?
Some do. And here is the scary part. The market is terrified of something called seat compression. If AI makes every designer 10 times more productive, companies need fewer designers. Fewer designers means fewer Adobe subscriptions. The total market for Adobe software could actually shrink. Even as demand for visual content grows, Adobe has a response to this. They built Adobe Firefly, their own AI image generator, directly inside Photoshop and Illustrator. The idea is, you still need Photoshop to refine and professionalize what AI generates. That is a smart argument. But the market is not convinced yet. Adobe is fighting a war on 3 fronts simultaneously. And that is extremely dangerous for any business. Front 1, Canva. 260 million monthly active users. $13 per month versus Adobe's $55. Canva is not better than Photoshop, but for 80% of tasks that most businesses need, Canva is good enough. And good enough for $13 beats perfect at $55 every time.
What about Figma?
Front 2, Figma. This is the tool that UI and UX designers use to build websites and apps. Adobe tried to buy Figma for $20 billion. The government blocked the deal. Now Figma went public independently. It has $1.2 billion in annual revenue and is growing much faster than Adobe. Adobe lost that battle. Front 3, AI native tools. Midjourney, Runway, Google Imagen. These tools generate professional images and videos from a text prompt in seconds, for free or near free. Adobe's entire value proposition, that creating great visuals requires skill and expensive software, is being challenged directly. Now let me give you the 3 specific reasons why we are not buying Adobe right now. Red flag number 1. On March 12, 2026, Adobe reported strong quarterly earnings. Revenue beat estimates, and the stock fell 7.6% on the same day. Why? Because the same day Adobe announced that CEO Shantanu Narayen, who led this company for 18 years and grew it from 30 billion to 200 billion market cap, is stepping down. New CEO search ongoing. At the exact moment, Adobe needs to fight AI wars on 3 fronts. They have no permanent leader.
Is that really bad?
Leadership transitions at critical moments are one of the biggest risk factors in investing. Microsoft almost died under Steve Ballmer. Then Satya Nadella came and transformed everything. Adobe needs its Satya Nadella moment. Until a new AI native CEO is named, this is a big uncertainty. Red flag number 2. The FTC, the US government regulator, sued Adobe for trapping customers in subscriptions with hidden fees. Adobe agreed to pay $150 million to settle, $75 million in cash penalties, and $75 million in free services to affected customers. The lawsuit is closed, but the damage to the brand image of a company that built its reputation on serving creators, that damage remains. Red flag number 3. Adobe is growing users in India and developing markets through free versions. Adobe Express free tier is expanding, but free users do not pay. Conversion from free to paid in developing markets is very low. Revenue growth from user count growth in India is close to 0. The numbers look good on the surface. The money does not follow. Now, to be completely fair, Adobe is not going bankrupt tomorrow. And I want to be clear about that because honest analysis includes both sides. Professional designers who have used Photoshop for 15 years are not switching to Canva. Large corporations that have their entire marketing workflow built on Adobe Experience Cloud are not switching overnight. The switching costs are enormous. This is called a moat. And Adobe's moat for professional and enterprise users is real. The revenue is $26 billion per year and growing. The gross margin is 88%, among the best in all of technology. The free cash flow is strong. This is a financially healthy company. The question is not whether Adobe survives. The question is whether Adobe can grow fast enough to justify owning it at this price. And right now, with the new CEO search, AI uncertainty, and 3 competitors attacking simultaneously, we do not have enough clarity to make that bet. Let me summarize. Adobe is a 44-year-old company with $26 billion in annual revenue, 88% gross margins, and software that the entire creative industry depends on. The business is genuinely strong, but right now Adobe faces a perfect storm. AI is threatening their core product. 3 aggressive competitors are attacking from different directions. The CEO who built the modern Adobe just announced he is leaving, and the FTC just extracted $150 million from them for trapping customers.
So it might recover?
It absolutely might if Adobe finds the right CEO, if Firefly becomes a major revenue driver, if professional designers never switch to AI-only tools. Adobe could be the next Microsoft, a legacy company that fully embraced new technology and became stronger. The stock is actually cheaper today than it has been in a decade, but we do not invest based on might. We invest based on clarity. And right now, Adobe does not have enough clarity for us to put our money in.
Is that what investing is? Waiting for clarity?
That is one of the most important lessons in investing. Sometimes the best decision is patience. Not every interesting story is a good investment right now. Adobe is interesting. Adobe might recover, but we will wait and watch and revisit this company when we see a new CEO and real AI revenue numbers. Subscribe so you do not miss that episode.